guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to the channel of Chill, Relax, Plant content where we talk about our plants, we try to learn the best way to grow them. And yeah, that's really what we do. It's like a show and tell, hey, look what I'm doing, and hey, help me out. So if you want to participate in that, be a part of it, just hang out, hit the subscribe button, let's be plant friends. So today, I thought it would be cool to kind of go through my imports and do an update. So I did 3 imports with Asian Plant Export, I think, in 2020, and then I did 3 others with the same company in 2021. So I don't think I can show you all of the plants in this one video, so it's going to be a 2-parter. So this one, I think I'm going to be able to show you all the plants in 2020, and I'm going to go in order of how I got them and how I showed you. So if you want to see what these plants started out as, go check out my other imports. I'm going to try to make a playlist on my YouTube to kind of like organize it, so when I'm like, oh, go check it out, you can go find it, because sometimes I forget to put things in the cards. It's, you know, it's what happens. It's real life. So I have a list behind me of the plants that I got. Yeah, so my first import order was about 2 years ago. I don't remember the month, but it was about 2 years ago, and I ordered 20 plants. Of those 20 plants, 13 are still with us. So I'm going to show you the 13 that are alive, and then we'll move on to the second import. Alrighty. So the first one I'm going to show you is my Hoya Freckles. And I just sprayed all these guys down with some alcohol and water just as a preventative for some mealybugs. I haven't really seen any, but you know, the second I say that, they'll be jumping out and everywhere. No, that's not it. Okay. I'm always so paranoid. I'm like, is that Murali? What are you doing here? Anyway. Alright, so look at how long she is. I need to start making trellises and put these guys on trellises. But yeah, these guys, this is from, I think, that original video, or I did this like shortly after getting it, is where I kind of like burned the leaf by accident. I had it too close to a light source. But yeah, it comes out. They're nice, thick leaves. There's a bunch of splash on them. You know, it could just be a carnosa, splashy carnosa, but it's called a Freckles. And every leaf has some type of splash on it. So maybe it's like a guaranteed splash type of Hoya. I don't really know. But we have some like really pretty leaves. They do come out a little like wavy, I guess is the term I'm looking for. Like you can kind of see it here where the edges are a little wavy. It's not like a nice solid leaf. And I don't know if that's how it's supposed to come out, but all of the leaves, this is a newer leaf, still hardening off a little bit, and we have some little baby leaves right here. Hello, baby leaves, hello. And that is a mealy. I'm telling you, they just pop up. I don't even know. I didn't see that before, but it's dead now. So, but we have some baby leaves, and it's growing really well. So this is about 2 years worth of growing, a little bit of underwatering, a little bit of not really overwatering, but you know, it happens. So the first one, I don't know if you guys want to know the plants that didn't make it. There's a lot, so we're not going to do that. I'm not going to put myself through that. Alright, the next one is the Hoya Murali, and also this one has taken off. We have some baby leaves right here growing, also at the edge. Can you see that? I don't want to knock them off because that would be my luck. See the little baby leaf? We got some more right here. This guy took a little bit of time to kind of start growing, which I thought was weird, but I did end up cutting it because it had gotten really long and had like a leaf or 2 at the end, so I cut it, and there was a 3rd one in there, but the 3rd one didn't make it, but I put them just directly in the soil, and it feels like they're rooted. I mean, they still look good. They didn't die like the 3rd one, so I'm assuming those guys are good. But rooting straight into soil, for me, is like a gamble. I know some people like swear by it. I always get comments, just put it in soil. It doesn't work for me. So, this is what we got. She's going to look really good on a trellis. I'm excited. Alright, the next one is either a Hoya Crimson Princess, or it could be like the variegated Acuta. I'm not sure. I ordered one of each, but I'll show you the other one too. The other one kind of like reverted. Well, they're big. They're getting big, so I don't know. See, we got a strand that's completely reverted. I don't know if the Acuta can revert. I will say these leaves come in like black. With enough light, they come in like full black. So I don't know if that means these are going to be like fully green leaves, because usually the princess comes in like this. And the stem on this one, I mean, it's a little pink on the end, like this is a new part of the stem. It's a little pink, but I don't know. So if anybody knows, is this just the princess? Is it an Acuta? I have no idea. But the other one, I'll show you really quick, is this guy. And he's also, this one's got like some sun stress going on. I hope the lighting is good. The sun went away and it's been like downpouring all day. Yeah, so, but we have that. We have a really long, just green reverted strand. And then this one's a little bit lighter green. This one has like some sun stressing happening on it. But yeah. And this one has like a pink stem as well, which for me is the pink princess. So I don't know. I just assume they're both pink princesses. This one's mostly Carnosa at this point, but it is what it is. And it's like a sun stressed Carnosa. This is a pretty leaf though right there. So we got those. The next one I want to show you is a Hoya Carnosa Crinkle. I don't know if it's a Crinkle 8 or a Chelsea. It's been slow. Like this is as much as I've gotten in 2 years. It's slow. But some of them have a lot of crinkles, some of them don't have a lot of crinkles. It is like a nice dark green color. So like that's really cool. There's not really a lot of splashing on it or anything like that. A little bit. There's a little bit of splashing here and there, but yeah, it's taking its time. It does have like a really woody stem, and I kind of just felt it, and I feel like it's a little smushy, so maybe I should cut this and reroot it. Like, can you see in there? Like that doesn't look good, right? I think I'm gonna cut it. And it just sucks because a lot of the nodes are really close together. I'll cut it right above that node and see if maybe this will grow. I don't know. I don't know what to do. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it right now because every time I wait to cut something, I wait too long and it dies. So we're gonna do this together. Okay. And yeah, I'm glad I did because it's starting to like die off, like half of the stem. And if you look at that, that's no bueno. All right, so we have this. We're gonna stick it in water. I might cut it again, and I'll see how many cuttings I can get out of this. But it's still alive technically. It's just it needs to be rerooted apparently. The next one I'm gonna show you is the Hoya Crosata, and she is doing wonderfully. Beautiful. She's putting out a bunch of tendrils that will look wonderful once I trellis it up. But this one's more of kind of like a tree type of growth on this part, and then this part kind of like jutted out, and it's starting to also grow in like a clustery shrub-like way. But it's just like a nice solid green. You can see the texture of where the veins are, but you don't like, they're not discolored or a different color than the actual leaf. But it is a pretty, really pretty plant. So it's a good grower. The stem on here, now I'm going to be like anal checking all of the stems. Feels okay. I think, I hope. All right, the next one is, they're starting, I don't want them to get tangled. The next one is like really long. My Hoya Cardiophylla. It's another green heart-shaped leaf. You can kind of see the venation in it. I've had some issues with this guy, with some of the leaves yellowing, and I don't know exactly why that's happening, but overall the plant is okay. I am like a chronic underwaterer, so maybe it's a me thing. But she's doing really well. There's actually 2 plants in here. Some of the imports I ordered other plants. Why do you do that? Why do the lights do that? Anyway, I ordered like doubles of plants that I really like to make like a full bushy plant. And yeah, so this is one of them. We have some new growth right here. There's somewhere else is some new growth right in here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's in there. And yeah, it's just doing really well. It's a good solid green. Oh wow, we got a little, I don't know if you can see right in here, a little green, a new like stem is forming. So yeah, this is just a good like solid green leaf, heart-shaped, very cute, very cute. Okay, the next one is one of my fastest growers, and this is the Diversifolia. And can I show you? We have so much. This one is in desperate need of a trellis. I've been like kind of wrapping itself around it, and there's more is needed. And we have new leaves at pretty much every node coming up. We got really little baby ones right there coming up. It's hard to see, but they're there, I promise. We got another one right here. Oh my goodness. I'm also afraid to like knock off these leaves. I'm notorious for that. I'll be so sad if I do that. But yeah, this is one of those Hoyas that, let me see if I can, oh my goodness, where the leaves kind of hang. I'll show you on this trellis, where the leaves kind of like hang downward. Like even if it's the stem's growing this way, for whatever reason, it just grows like in a downward position. So trellising this guy up is going to be so much fun. I think it's going to push out so many new leaves after we do that. And it's going to be really good. It's going to be like a really nice, solid plant. And for the colors on this plant, there's splash, right? But that I feel like comes with, if you give any Hoya enough light, it'll splash. I haven't had any of my Hoyas not splash at all. I'm looking at them, but yeah, everybody's got some type of splash, and I'm convinced it's just based on the amount of light you give it. But you can kind of also see, like on this one, you could see like a solid line down the middle of like the main vein. You could also see it kind of on this leaf, and it's very striking. It's very distinct, very pretty. Yeah, you can kind of see the venation more even in that one. But yeah, I'm excited to get this guy on a trellis and see where it goes, because I mean it's huge already. Like I can't even get it all in the frame. It's huge. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you is my Hoya Australis, I think is the subspecies of this one. It's like a fuzzy Australis. And this is how much it's grown. I think it came as like a 2-leaf cutting. And yeah, this is what we got. This one's definitely more compact as opposed to my other larger Australis. That guy definitely puts out like long vines and then puts out the leaves, where this guy seems to be more interested in putting out a little bit of stem and then some leaves. So it's hard to even like show you. That's how like compact this guy is. But he's doing well. It took him a little while to like take off. And compared to my other Australis, it was a little surprising, I guess. But it's going. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you is my Hoya Eye. Now I actually have a splash in here as well. But like I said, this I think is the original Eye, which, you know, was just like the regular one. You can see that old leaf. There was really no splash on that. The other older leaf is right here. Again, there's really no splash on this. But since I've been, you know, blasting all of my Hoyas with a bunch of light, we're getting splash. So yeah, it's just about how much light you give it. Do some varieties splash easier than others, I'm sure. But yeah, I have 2 cuttings in this one as well. This one I got at a later import. So I guess I'll talk about this one again when I talk about that import. But yeah, this is what we got. It's a little funky, not gonna lie. A little funky, but maybe if I can get this on a trellis, it'll kind of get its life together. And we have a bunch of new leaves coming in right here. How cute is that? And yeah, I was having an issue where for all of my Carias, where it would start a new leaf, it would grow a little bit and then fall off, but I don't know. Like it did it at this node. That node's like empty. This bottom node here is empty. But they will sometimes reactivate, so I'm not too worried about it. But here's my Hoya Eye and some splash. Alright, my next is the Eye Albo Marginata, or outer variegation. And we have 2 new leaves, which is good. And I was having issues with the edges on this browning. And I don't know if it's like a fungal thing. Here's the back of the leaf. I don't really want to cut off all of the leaves, you know what I'm saying? But I might just like take off that leaf. Should I? I did. Alright, I took it off. It's so sad. Look, it's the leaf, this tree, the plant, we're all crying. The tree. But it's been growing kind of like this. So this guy's not ready for a, that's not, okay, never mind. It's not ready for a trellis, but we do have a new little baby leaf here, and then we got these two that are still growing. The cool thing about Hoyas is they'll start off small and then just grow, which is really fun to watch. But my elbow marginata. Also growing in funky, like the leaves grow in funky, I don't know. Okay, and the last plant from my first order that is still with us is the Eye variegated with the lighter green on the inside. This leaf is huge. This one's also a little funky. But as you can see, we have like a good amount of stem. We have a new little baby leaf on this guy right here. There's also two cuttings in here. I got one from one import and one from another import. But yeah, this is what we got. It's looking good. It's looking good. Again, it's growing funky. I'm almost tempted to pot all three of my Eyes together, like the variegated, the elbow, you know, all of them. But I don't know. I kind of also like them separate, and I'm also worried I'm going to end up killing them. So yeah. All right. So my second import, I ordered a total of 24 plants. These were cuttings. My first and second order were cuttings, and so is my third. And out of the 24, only 8 of them are still alive. Like I said, Asian plant export. I don't know. Like, they look like they're really promising and stuff, and you get them home, and then they just go. I mean, anyway, let me just show you the ones that are alive. All right, the first one I'm going to show you is the Hoya Murali Eye. You can get her. And this is a nice compact growing Hoya. She has sent out a tendril, no new leaves yet. We got a little baby, a little itty bitty baby right there. But this one has nice venation. It's a medium green leaf with lighter venation. I just sprayed all these guys down as a preventative. This guy started to sun stress a little bit. He's starting to get a little darker reddish blush. But yeah, like that's one of the newest leaves. And it is a pretty plant. Yeah, I do only have one plant of most of these, and I'm thinking about this summer just cutting a cutting or two here and there to kind of like fill it out, just also for insurance, like in case this plant decides to croak, there'll be another plant in the pot to kind of like grow from. That's the hope anyway. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see in here, but right there's a new little growth, all these little offshoots. So yeah, it's a very compact growing Hoya, very beautiful venation, and so far doing well. Okay, the next Hoya is one of my favorites. It's the Hoya Jennifer, and it's also another compact Hoya. She is always putting out either a tendril or some new leaves. It looks like there are new growth points on almost every little nub, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see them all, but all those darker spots are new growth. She also has beautiful venation. I hope you can see that. They are a little wet, so it's a little reflective, but yeah, this one has like a medium green with the darker green venation, and it's just a beautiful plant overall. Yeah, and she's doing really well. I do have two plants in this pot. I ordered a second one in another import because I loved her so much. And yeah, it's just a beautiful plant. Everybody needs a Hoya Jennifer. Everybody. All right, the next plant, there's actually 2 plants in here, and they are also prolific growers. So these are my Crowianas. I have a regular one, which is on this side. It's a little less splashy. And then I have what they sold me as the Eskimo on this side, which is a lot more splashy. But again, even on this side, we do get some splash. So I really do think it's just the amount of light you give it. But she's very long and beautiful. And I think about moving her to like a hanging pot, but I don't have room for any more hanging Hoyas unless I like rearrange my sunroom, which I might have to do because she's gorgeous and she's asking to be hung up and admired by everyone. But yeah, it's a beautiful plant. The leaves get decently large too. Like that's a pretty big leaf. It's bigger than my thumb. For a small leaf Hoya, that's a pretty big leaf. But yeah, and also on the Crowiana side, just the plain one, you can kind of see some venation. There's like a not indentation, but a outdentation. That's not how you say it, but you can kind of it's like little ribs. You can feel the little ribs. You can see the lighter venation down the sides. The lighter color kind of outlines the little ribbing sections, but it's a very pretty plant. I would highly recommend it if you see a Croniana. Even if it's small, it grows very fast. So I get it. The next Hoya, oh my goodness, my Hoya Sunrise. It was technically labeled as a Buotani Sunrise. And this one, it puts out new leaves, right? It's always trying to put out new leaves. And they'll grow to a decent size and then they fall off. As you can see on this stem, every single leaf on both sides of that node has fallen off. But it's still trying. It's putting out a new growth point at the top. So she's trying. So we just keep her like this. I don't know what to do with her. I don't know. She's alive. The stem still looks good, feels good. So we just keep her like this. But she's a little, okay, the next one's also a nice solid green leaf that also kind of hangs down as it grows. They kind of hang down, see? But this is like a nice solid green. There's like the faintest hint of like a lighter venation or just, you can see where the veins are running through, but they're thick leaves, nice and thick. Hear that? And this is good. This is also gonna be like really nice on a trellis. I can't wait. I'm so excited to get these like hanging leaf Hoyas up on a trellis because I think it's just going to fill out so beautifully. But yeah, it started, when it first started growing, it grew very compact right here. And then it finally started putting out a trellis and looking, I guess, for somewhere to climb. So yeah, we got to trellis her up. It looks like right on the very tippy top, we're putting out some new leaves. So that's exciting. And yeah, I guess get ready for some trellising up my Hoya videos. We're gonna have to definitely do that this summer. I've been putting it off, but I did order some wire. I got some inspiration from Sarah over at Peanuts Plants. She made like a little wire trellis, and I tried it out on this one plant that I'll show you next, not this one, the next one. And I think I'm gonna just do it for all of my Hoyas. The next one is my Hoya Rebecca, another nice long prolific growth. This is weird. It put out this runner and it didn't put out leaves until it had found something to climb. So I think giving this a trellis is gonna like let this plant like take off. We also have 2 peduncles on this plant, I believe. We have one right here, which looks like it's trying to bud up. I don't know how good the focus is gonna be, but it looks, let me see. It looks like it's trying to bud up. And then we have another one down here, which might also bud up. So I'm excited. I don't think I've ever had this guy flower for me before, but yeah, I'll post it on my Instagram if it ever does. And yeah, imagine this little guy, this little leaf Hoya trellised up. It'd be so pretty, so pretty. I'm tired, guys. It's hot in here and I'm tired. Okay. The next plant that I'm going to show you is actually on a trellis. I made this trellis, I don't even know when, but it's the Hoya Bulasan. This is one of the newest leaves it put out. Look how big that leaf is. It's putting out right here, a little baby leaf right there. All these nodes are activating. So I think this is like a summertime grower because almost every node is activating, which is amazing. But it's another hanging leaf Hoya, and as you can see, it's a dark medium green with the lighter venation, and it's beautiful. I love it. It has like parallel venation, and yeah, I just really like it. This was like my test to try to trellis my Hoyas, see if I could do it, and I think it'll work. I think it's gonna, like, this is a brand new trellis, what are you called? Tendril. But so far it's just a lot of tendril wrapped around the trellis, but I think we're gonna burst with the flowers soon. All those nodes. Do you see those? All those nodes. Alright, the Hoya Bulasan. Alright, and the last Hoya from that import that I'm gonna show you is on the struggle bus. He's been on the struggle bus for a while. He hasn't given me a new leaf or grown at all. And that's my Hoya Danielus. Hoya Danny is what I've been calling him. And he's been looking like this for like a year. This is it. This is what he looks like. It's more of a upright growing Hoya, it did put out like this little tendril, and he's trying. You can see like little leaves at the end, but they usually dry up. It's probably because I'm an underwaterer, and die off before anything good can come from it. But I'm gonna put him right in the middle on my shelf so I see him, try to keep him a little bit more moist. And yeah, but this is what he looks like. I mean, he's hung on to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 leaves for a year with extreme neglect from me. So there's that. Okay, and then my third and last Hoya import from Asian Plant Export in the year of 2020. I don't have any of those plants. I ordered 5 Hoyas and none of them have survived. I will say when you're importing Hoyas, a lot of times the roots are like no good. You're gonna have to reroot them, and that's kind of like a catch 2020. Sometimes cuttings just don't root. You know, I've imported a lot of plants, obviously, a lot of Hoyas, and some of them import and root really well while others don't. At the time, I didn't have a grow tent, so maybe that would have helped. But still, this has been my 2020 Hoya import update. So how many Hoyas do we have total? All right, so out of the 49 Hoyas that I imported in 2020, we have 22 Hoyas remaining. Yes, yeah, so it's about a 50-50 shot. I've been saying since I've been importing from this company, it's about a 50-50 shot. 50-50 shot on the actual order of what you're getting and whether they're alive or not, or a 50-50 shot if the plant's gonna make it. So that's been my experience so far. I'll do another video of the plants I ordered in 2021. I did three other imports of large plants in 2021. So in 2020, I just bought cuttings, and I figured, oh, maybe I'll buy some larger plants in 2021. Maybe they'll have like a better success rate. Spoiler alert, it's about the same. But yeah, so look forward to that video coming up hopefully soon. And yeah, that's really it. Let me know which one is your favorite. Let me know how you guys have experienced importing Hoyas or anything, you know. And if you have any other places I could check out to get some more Hoyas, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, relax, plant, peace out.